This is not a political YouTube channel, obviously. I mean, I like making videos about like cameras in Disneyland and stuff. And if you've watched anything that I've done in the past year, you'll see that that is the case. I don't really put out my political opinions about anything. I do watch a lot of political YouTube channels like Secular Talk and Majority Report. So, I do enjoy watching, political commentary on YouTube. That's like one of my favorite things to watch, but I don't make content like that. But in light of everything that's been going on recently, especially with the ICE raids in LA, making a video about an ND filter for the Pocket 3 seems kind of trivial. Or making a video about my favorite backpack for travel. I mean, all of that kind of seems like silly. If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead. I do give some, I think, helpful information about using this variable ND filter on the Pocket 3. So I'm mixed. Like, my dad's Chinese, my mom is a mixture of different European ethnicities, my wife is mixed. So seeing what ICE has been doing with snatching up non-white immigrants off the street, I 100% disagree with that. Especially in California, where it used to be Mexico, those people have more claim to that land than anyone else there. If you disagree with that, I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about it. I don't have any claim to this land, but because I was born here, for some reason, I have more of a right to be here. And I don't think that should be the case. So that's all I'm going to say about this. I mean, I disagree with everything that's going on right now. It sucks. I'm sorry if you disagree. That's your right to disagree. I mean, if you stuck around to listen to me rant about this, I appreciate it. If not, whatever. You're not watching this anyways, and you're just watching a video about this variable ND filter on the Pocket 3. And if you don't like that I'm ranting about this, then too bad, because it's my YouTube channel. I can do whatever I want. If you want to talk about something you want to talk about, make your own YouTube channel.
You know, I came to Aloha Beach Park, Magic Island in particular, to come and shoot a video thinking that it was going to be a nice, like, peaceful shoot with not a whole lot of people around. I was wrong. There are so many people here at Magic Island at sunset. But it is nice, and I can see why a lot of people are here. But the reason I'm here is because I wanted to test out my variable ND filter on the Pocket 3. I've had the Pocket 3 for almost a couple years. Never put filters on it aside from like 1/8 or 1/4 black pro mist. This particular one is a newer, like 1 to 5 stop with the quarter mist. It's not as finicky or fiddly as I thought it was going to be to shoot with. What I do is I shoot in auto exposure at minus 0.7 with the ISO kind of capping out at 800. And what I do is I kind of do a little test shot with what the light looks like. And I set the ND filter accordingly so that the ISO can do its job of adjusting the exposure. I mean, my face right now is a little underexposed. I think mostly because the sunset's behind me, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a shot like this than like be a little more exposed here and have that blown out, because that's the part that you probably want to look at, not my face. But anyway, like right now it's at 5 stop, and it's still registering at minus 0.7. You can't really look at the ISO while you're shooting, so I'm not sure. Let's see if I can swipe. Nope. I probably will grade this a little bit. The D-Log M, in my opinion, when you shoot with it, even though it's a flat profile, I don't think it's a true log. I think it's more of just a flatter Rec 709. So I just add a little contrast and saturation. It's good to go. If you're curious about where Magic Island is, it's on the south side of Oahu. Basically, it's Aloha Beach Park, but it's a little part of the beach that has running path and some grass. So there's another YouTube channel. He calls the channel Hello from Hawaii. His name is Chris. And I noticed that he shoots like in this area sometimes and like walks around in public talking to a camera. And I don't do that too much. And now that I am doing it, I feel super awkward. So I apologize if this is awkward, because I feel really weird. But I want to get some shots of these waves over here. The ISO goes from 50 to 800. So right now at the 5-stop setting, the ISO is at about 140. I checked it before I started recording this shot. So like I said, I'm just gonna walk around here and see how it looks. So as the sun sets over here, I noticed that the ISO is creeping up to about 400. So I might start turning the ND filter down a little bit. So we'll put it at 3-stop and see what the ISO does there. Okay, so with the variable ND set at 3 stops, the ISO is around 80, which is kind of a nice low ISO so that the image is cleaner. I am shooting in 4K, 24 frames per second with 1/50 as the shutter, you know, doing it the proper way. So all in all, shooting with the variable ND filter on the Pocket 3 is pretty simple. I do a little test shot, like I said, set the ND strength and just get the shot, because like I said, the ISO is gonna adjust, and it does a pretty good job of keeping even exposure as long as you control the range that it's in. I wouldn't go above 800 just because, like I said, it gets a little noisy. But I think I am gonna keep using this ND filter so that I can keep my shutter speed down, especially when I shoot in the daytime. But yeah, that's all for this short little video about using this variable ND on the Pocket 3. I like it. I recommend it. That's all.